Day Live Overtime, sponsored by Alexander's Steakhouse.
And welcome back to Game Day Live Overtime. We had two big games in the Twin Cities. We just talked about that Normal West Normal Community game won by the Iron. There was a big game at Hancock Stadium between Bloomington and U-High. We bring in our analyst Steve Cease. You can follow him on Twitter for the score updates at Prof Cease. He was there at Hancock Stadium for the big matchup. And Steve, the first thing I thought was we were going to see a lot more points than what we really saw tonight. Give credit to the defenses here, huh?
Yeah, Kurt. I mean, it looked that way in the first quarter. It took Bloomington 3 plays to score their first touchdown, but they wouldn't see another one for a while. It was the defense for both of these teams that really stood out tonight after they combined for 111 points in week 1. The U-High defense, even though they were on the losing side tonight, did pretty well, had 2 turnovers, intercepted Keontae Hamilton twice tonight. The Raiders defense, though, got the last laugh. U-High running back Rhett Lynch did have that touchdown. I saw you shout him out earlier, but just 20 yards on 18 carries tonight. The Pioneers as a team held to just 2.7 yards per carry. The Raider defense held U-High to 1 yard or less 32 different times tonight. All that efficiency on defense led to 4 turnovers for the Raiders, including 2 red zone interceptions from Cooper Childers, the latter pick sealing the victory at the end of the game for the Purple Raiders.
And last year when these two teams played was the first time they had met since 1976. And I know that the U-High folks said they did not stop the run well enough last year against Bloomington, and I think they could probably say the same thing again tonight, right?
Well, you know, U-High's defense did pretty well against the run at the beginning. It did take senior running back Keontae Chestnut Kevion Chestnut a little while to get going tonight. Struggled early, finished, though, with 118 all-purpose yards. But Kevion did actually even better on defense as a linebacker. Had 5 tackles for a loss tonight, 2 sacks. One of those sacks, a strip sack that forced a fumble, and one of those 4 U-High turnovers.
Okay, in our final 30 seconds, both teams have to move on now. U-High 1-1, Bloomington is 2-0. Where do you see these teams heading out for the rest of the year, week 3 after this one, obviously?
Well, Bloomington 2-0, heading to Manual next week. That's got to be something that they're happy about. If they have to work on anything, probably penalties, a little discipline issues. They had those 2 turnovers. They had 8 penalties tonight as well. For U-High, they can bounce back. They start Central 8 play next week at MacArthur. Better execution in the red zone is definitely what U-High is going to look for. They were 1 for 5 tonight, once they were inside the 20-yard line scoring, and really just don't turn the ball over. Those 4 turnovers ended up costing the Pioneers the game tonight.